Hey, what's up? This is Benny Sunshine, and from another Tales from Walmart episode. I went to Walmart today, and I was going to buy some more pink stuff for my room. Anyways, at the end of my trip, when I was getting ready to go to the register, I went over and decided to look at some slippers because I need more slippers, to be honest with you. I just went over to the aisle. Then I see this entire, herd of, inbred looking redneck people at the in the aisle that I'm in, and the lady has her that thing that makes a noise where they move back and forth. What's it called? Like the hover cart? I don't know. Anyways, she's sitting in that and she's blocking the aisle, so I can't get my cart in. So I pull my cart over around. I don't mind waiting on people for them to move. But then I see the kid. I think it's her grandchild, because there's another big lady with her who had her backpack on. Her back was to the child, and she was talking to the woman in the hover round. Now I've kind of put it together that they were all family, and then there's a gentleman who has suspenders on. He's big and fat, and he's tickling the kids, the little baby's foot at the end of the aisle. So I'm looking at I'm blocked from both ways. I'm outside the aisle trying to figure out how I can get my cart through. I could say excuse me, but it looks like there still really wasn't any clearance to get in because of the size of the lady. And then when I decided to park my grocery cart on the other side of the aisle. And then as I walk over, I have to keep, periodically checking out my cart to make sure no one comes and takes it. Because that happens sometimes in retail. If they see a cart that's by itself, they'll push it away and start putting all the things away. So anyways, I'm looking, as I go down the aisle and leave my other cart in the other aisle, and the kid, the big, he seriously looks huge. I don't know how people let their kids get that way. Obesity starts early, I think, but I just don't see how you can he literally looked like the Michelin Man, and he was just going, oh, and he was just throwing the shoes on the ground. I was at that moment, I felt bad for every retail store associate in that store, and I can see why they hate kids and don't want them in their stores and all the other things like that. But I know I don't actually hate kids. But I can see where it would try your last nerve, because I've worked in retail and the parents are just standing there. The people who are responsible for the child aren't doing anything. I witnessed that as a kid, was literally just throwing the slippers around, and the slippers that I wanted, and they hit the fucking ground. And I'm just kind of standing there he's blocking the slippers. I don't really have the patience to ask him to move at this point, so I'm just standing there. Finally, I pull, I'm what, forget it. As I'm going to leave, I park my stuff on the outside of the aisle, and then I look up and it looks like they're getting ready to go. So the lady finally catches on, who's in the hover round. She backs up and she moves out the way, and then there's this big pile of shoes, and then the other older lady who works there came and started picking up the shoes. I grabbed my slippers, and I'm just kind of so I wasted 15 minutes. I don't know. I was there trying to get slippers for over 5 minutes. Just pick them up and try them on and go. But anyways, I make it to the register, check out. Everything else for the most part after that part was pretty decent. But then call the Uber ride, have to load everything in the car. The Uber driver was great. I'm glad I didn't get shot up like that one crazy Uber driver tried to do in that other state. That was ridiculous. Anyways, she takes me home, I unload my stuff, have to go back out. This is why I need a car. I know I've been telling you guys that I don't have a car and I want a truck, so I end up going back out after she, drops me off. But I don't feel like spending money on Uber. I know I just got paid, but I'm still trying to retain, money. I don't want to spend money unnecessarily. I go to Dollar General. No, I go to the liquor store first. I walk there to the liquor store because there's one by my house. I go home, and then I put the liquor away in the orange juice. Then I have to go back out to go get the Dollar General to get the groceries. It's just if I had a car, I could have knocked all that out at once. But I'm not it's just this is why I need a car. This is why I haven't even gone shopping yet. This is why I haven't saved for I haven't gone out and gone shopping. I need that car. Seriously, I'm tired of walking around here, just walking up and down the street. I don't have anywhere to go. I'm homeless or something. I'm tired of just walking up and down the street and going to the bus stop and doing all that stuff when I could clearly at 26 years old have a vehicle and be driving it. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I will have a car, and I'm shooting to have one towards my birthday, but I don't know how long it'll take. My job is going quite well, by the way. Thanks for asking. Everything's going well. I still work like a customer service job. Everything's fine. You still have the people who work there. It's kind of oh my gosh, I can't believe I have to work with this person. There's one person in there, well, there's a couple people in there, but there's one person in there that everybody kind of avoids. I don't know what I'm hearing behind y'all, but I'm finna get the hell out the way. Anyways, there's one person at that, in our group, like, you know, that we kind of stay away from, like, or whatever. She just like talks all the time. And the girl who gave me a ride home from work with her husband the other day was telling me that girl's always trying to tell her what to do and how to do the job right. She said she was gonna snatch her weed, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know, she's just gonna put on another one, because the girl already she's hoards weave in her trunk from what she told us. But anyways, I just don't like, people who try to tell you what to do. And I know this girl is like this, so I'm not just believing what the lady said about the girl, because I actually had experiences with this girl, but I just stopped talking to her. Like, I'll say hi and bye, but that's it. I think she caught on. She's like, you don't love us anymore, because I always sit on the other side. And I'm like, I don't have the patience. I'm thinking to myself, I don't have the patience for you. And I'm like, I never said that. And I just, you know, move over. Anyways, I met on my search for green, I'll put it that way, there's another guy at the job. He seems cool, you know, whatever. I got his number, and he said he could hook me up with some green or whatever. But he said he knows one guy that he normally gets from, and then there's another one that he knows that's kind of sketchy. I'm like, first of all, why are you buying from anyone that you think is sketchy? Because I don't want anything sketchy inside my system, because I don't want to go to the hospital just trying to get some green. Just because I don't mess with the synthetic spice shit or whatever that crazy shit is. Like, I'm not trying to go to the hospital turning blue and purple and looking like the damn Kool-Aid man with red lips and everything, just pouring out because I took something that you sold to me that was wrong. So I don't know if I'm going to buy from him. But luckily, guess what happened, guys? I walked outside this morning, and I kind of kept looking. I was looking for, like, black people in particular. And I was like, you know what? Because this area is predominantly white. I'm like, let me see if I can find some weed. So I went over, I lucked out, because across the street where I was, the guy or whatever, I asked him, he's like, I got a homeboy who does, and so he told his coworker, they both came outside. I ran across the street to go get the money. I gave it to him, I have my green, and I'm about to get high. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So this is Benny Sunshine. Stay posted. See you later.